You've returned. And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
So, that last song totally desynced for me, but I will fix it and resync it when I edit the video. I don't know if that was something on my end or it was something in the game. Cannot say either way. Anyway, I'm the Queen of Hades now.
I took Persephone's throne. Not that it did me much good.
You did what?
Stole my throne. Grace is the Queen of Hades now. Rather bold move.
I don't understand. Why would...
No, I don't understand, Apollo. Tell us why you lied about your prophecy to Athena. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you could just tell us everything now. You might as well.
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
So that what he just said didn't make sense either, because even if he didn't want her to know exactly the prophecy, why, when we brought up the matter of could it be Athena, when we were talking with Persephone and Apollo, they both were like, no, it can't be her. He knew it was her. So why didn't he just be like, maybe? He just completely wrote her off. And then was like, baby, it's Pan, maybe like he said, it could be Pan, so she'd investigate him and like know about the reliquary thing. That I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. None of that makes any sense to me. Like, that was like weird. It's like, yes, I knew it was her all along, but instead I just pointed in random directions for you to go to and hoped you figured it out in 7 days. And then completely dismissed the correct answer when it was brought up. That just, whatever. Let's beat her up. Let's 1v1 her in a sing-off.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
You want to challenge the leader of the chorus in front of everyone?
Yes.
She isn't giving me much of a choice.
Well, I dare say she has more of a fight in store for her than she would ever expect.
Is that a vote of confidence?
When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Well, even if you die, you're the Queen of Hades now. So cool. You are now in a win-win situation. Easy time. Oh, you can confront everyone first. What are we confronting Persephone about? Because she lied about bringing back Freddy? Last chance to speak to anyone before the trial. Alright, let's go deal with Apollo first. You do little grumpy stomps.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
I know you care.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I just came to talk. I want to sort this out. If I can.
I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
Yeah, like, I'm not angry. It's like, why be angry? He did something dumb. But, like, it's whatever now.
I'm not. I was surprised, sure. But I get why you did it. I think.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy. Yeah, it was difficult to help without helping too much. Even pointing you at Pan. I was hoping he could be pressured into assisting more. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
But you were, like, pressured into it. So, not really. It's like, only, like, 50% your fault.
I haven't given up. Prophecy or no prophecy. Neither should you.
You're right. You're right. I know you're right. I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I don't know what the context of there's nothing to forgive is. Is it like, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, so there's nothing to forgive? Or is it what you've done is unforgivable? I don't know what the context of that is. So I guess you meant, well, you're just really dumb.
I hope that one day we'll be as close friends as you were with Calliope.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
You are part of the chorus.
Thank you.
Man, I guess we need to go be mad at you, I guess.
Pan? Are you here? Pan!
He's hiding.
All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
I just want to talk.
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
I need your help.
I, could use your help, actually. Again.
Dearest Grace, if I knew another way to help you, do you truly think I wouldn't offer it?
Not freely, no.
I deserve that. It's true, but it still hurts to hear you say it. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I've any advice to offer.
Tell him everything.
Okay, where do I begin?
I'm the Queen of Hades.
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die, just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Audio is all over the place. Game's falling apart. Why is it every game that I play, it's fine when it started, and then the closer you get to the end, they just start to bug out. Is it me? Is it me that is the problem? Just let them die? Yeah, probably. It's probably fine.
Oh, so just let the idols die off. You'd be okay with that?
Did the prophecy say precisely that? Prophecies can be such tricksy little bastards. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
So how can you die without dying? Let's chat with Persephone.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
You good?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Self-pity, that's for nerds. You a nerd, Persephone?
Self-pity. From the great Persephone. That's a new look.
How dare you? It's not self-pity, it's...
Introspection? Remorse? This isn't your usual playbook.
Fine. I'm trying to change, Grace. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It's a start.
Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
It's been a week. It's just been a week. Only thing that really changed is that you can make people break out in the song, so everything else is just kind of fine.
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
Quick, let's go to the auditorium. Final boss fight.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddie were here.
Are you gonna explain that to the rest of your band? She's like dead.
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen. In your heart we remain. You do not sail in vain. In my heart you remain. I do not sail in vain. Okay, here we go. Hello?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
He isn't gonna care. How will the trial work?
Care to explain how this is supposed to work? I don't exactly have an itinerary.
How this works is, you follow us.
Poor Hermes. They look so upset.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we? Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
This is murder!
Extreme measures, such as murder. Would you sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor, out to heal the poor, sick idols?
I am trying to save us! I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
You'll do anything?
No, screw it's been hard for her. Screw her. You had Calliope killed.
Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
Accuse her.
You summoned the Furies and sent them after Calliope. But you didn't count on her getting away and running to me, did you? She passed her eidolon on to me, and now you were stuck.
I will not stand for this.
Yes, you will. This started as my trial, but now it's yours. Tell them.
I think only the Eidolon has to die.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do.
You say you care.
What happened to the sound?
This I know, once the muse is dead, questions creep, they'll burrow in my head.
Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know what happened.
Yes,
No.
it's me.
There we go.
It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do.
You say you care, Athena, look around. The way you care grinds these idols down. From up above, you played your puppet show. You called it love. Athena, did you know you're turning them to ghosts?
Sorry, tired, time to wring your neck.
This I know, once the muse is dead, questions creep, they'll burrow in my head. What did I do? What didn't I do? All this time, you've shown us what to sing. Wisdom, that's what you bring. Is that still true?
This coming from you. You're lost, little boy. You've lost all perspective. You're ready to throw this away for this little mite. He's not throwing things away. He's picked up the fight. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. This lost little girl, she's got a few tricks now. She's taken some punches, she's made some friends. Here's 3 more little friends. Meet the Fury. Yeah, we've met. Nice to see you. Oh, that's a brave face. We all know how this ends. Such cute pets. I'll take the set. We all know how this ends.
It's time to do something new. I'm ready to see.
I was so low, I nearly withdrew. Now I'm here because she inspired me.
Terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I'll need to stand here too. I really need to. Please do accept my apology.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place?
Talk about your journey, honey, I don't care. The only thing that matters is you put yourself there. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this. That's for me. And this, Calliope. Now we're done. Say bye to everyone. You're off to take a new exciting role in some dark hole. There you go. Now it's yours to drive. Let's see how long you stay alive.
Got so excited when they said I could punch her. I was so hype. I got an achievement for it.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And?
Clear you're not gonna die.
You certain about that chair, brother? You've always said you didn't want it.
I think it's about time, don't you?
Take it over?
Wait, you're leading the chorus now?
Only for the moment. That's what we need to tell you. We've decided to disband the chorus.
Yay.
No more laws, no more hiding from mortals. It's time the idols found a new way.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
We'll give it some time to let those who are afraid go into hiding, but it needs to happen. We have to rejoin the world.
Screw Athena. Y'all cool with this though?
You all agreed to this? No argument?
Oh, we don't do anything without argument, dearest.
It's what Calliope fought for. It seems appropriate. I only wish you were here to see it.
Calliope would definitely approve.
Yes, well, it'll be up to us to pick up the pieces if this all falls apart.
We have to try. What other choice do we have?
Sick, let's do this. It's a big step.
This is a huge step. Can't believe it's happening.
Changes everywhere. Would you believe Apollo and I finally buried the hatchet?
Even immortals need to grow up sometime.
And give heartfelt apologies.
Which I should have offered long, long ago. Could you all give Grace and I a moment, please? Well, you did it. You survived.
Damn right.
Was there ever any doubt? Okay, maybe there was a little doubt. How about that last song, though?
It certainly did the trick, yes.
Did the trick. It was amazing.
Obviously, you're as free to go as any of the idols, but I do hope you'll remain with us. We need you.
Before.
Need me? For what?
You inspired us, Grace. All of us. Not just because you're the muse, but because you're you. Oh, okay, yes, there was probably a less corny way to say that.
Hmm.
What do you say, Grace? Ready to face the music one more time?
Always.
Few months later.
Of course you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We
Stop
were
locking your
waiting
door.
for you.
I'm told the concert went well. How do you feel?
I'm exhausted.
Somehow the Oracle has managed to get a recording of every show you've done. I believe she's a bit starstruck.
You can tell her it's okay to come in person. She's on the list.
That would require her to get out from behind her screens.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Sure. Why? Oh, it's pictures of everyone. Hey, look at the silly pictures. Oh, you spotted it out. Yeah, I guess that there was no questions about how Freddy died for everyone else. It's like, it had things happen. Aphrodite and Eros.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol, doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
Good for her. Good for her. It's sick. By keeping her alive, we have started a cult. Awesome. Hecate and Asterion.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
It doesn't hurt that they seem enraptured with each other's company.
Asterion is all Hecate is willing to discuss. Do I need to know every detail of his sexual prowess? I do not.
Didn't Hecate say it is written that she and the Minotaur would eventually break up?
Well, eventually, for Hecate could be centuries from now.
In the meantime, she gushes about her new boyfriend like a schoolgirl.
You should hear Asterion, then. His gushing puts hers to shame. I'm happy for them both.
For them. How's Medusa doing?
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She was. For a few months.
There was an incident involving Hecate's new cat.
Oh no!
Medusa was beside herself with apologies, but needless to say, she moved on rather quickly. We're not certain where.
Meaning what? Medusa is roaming the streets? Doing whatever she likes?
Not quite.
Medusa believed she might not be able to control her appetite, so she asked us to put her in contact with the mortal government. They took her somewhere. It was her decision. The government is grateful. They even suggested we might see Hephaestus again.
Aphrodite's husband? He's alive?
So it appears. Who knows what he's been doing for the mortals since the war, but it would raise all our spirits to see him again.
So now she's just eating like enemies of the government. Sick. Good for her. I'm happy for her. How you doing, Apollo? You're literally just right here.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Not right away. I've been helping the idols remaining at Olympus learn how to live as part of the mortal world.
Every day he parades about the city with idols in tow like frightened ducklings, showing them how the world works.
But Apollo barely knows how the world works.
Well, that's what makes it funny. It's the blind leading the blind.
And after that?
I don't know. I was thinking of traveling for a time. Despite my age, there are so many places I haven't been.
What you mean is that all the attention on the idols is driving you to distraction.
It is a bit disconcerting. The photographers following me around, the letters addressed to the sun god. I don't know what to do with it all. Even so, I'm not running away. I'll be back. I simply think it's time to see the world again with my own eyes.
Persephone! How you doing?
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not yet, though I may be selling the club very soon.
The underworld? Why?
I don't need a substitute for the real thing. That's all it ever was, and I'm fine with having neither. That said, I've been itching for a change. I believe it's time to move on to something else.
Do we get to know what that something else is?
No, you don't. I came by to offer the Queen of Hades my regards. You likely won't see me for quite some time.
You will be missed, sister. More than you'll ever believe.
That's cute. Alright, no one else to talk about. Alright, let's see what they say about Athena.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
I was having her followed for a time. After the idols went public, however, she vanished off the map completely.
You had Athena followed?
Well, you're far more trusting than I, brother. We can't count on Athena laying low forever now that the song is over. Last I heard, she was heading back to the old country, on a ship like it was the 19th century. Why? I have no idea.
If I had to guess, I imagine she went in search of Zeus.
Whoa. Could he even be found?
If Zeus is out there, Athena will find him. If she does, I guarantee we haven't seen the last of her.
Sequels! How's Hermes?
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
How's Pan doing?
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
That's it.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Kind of feels like this is it, huh? Like we won't see each other for a long time.
No. Not like this. You're right.
Everything has changed.
Stormy skies clear, so stars are out.
We'll chart our paths, I've no doubt.
Where will we end up with different routes? A fresh coat of paint, sails unfurled, ready to go.
Watching the shore as we drift away.
Lost in the sunrise, parting mists of gray.
Sailing to new water, the rush of a new day.
Everything has changed.
Why did you take her hat and leave her body? Hey, I did it! Survive, charismatic, everything changed. Sad. Cool. Well, that was fun. I don't know what is with the sound mixing for that last song, where like it's even now it's like it's specifically in like what left or like right, and it's a little distracting. That was fun. A little confusing at some parts, where it's like things just didn't make sense for the sake of misdirection. It didn't work. I figured it out. I'm proud of myself for figuring it out. And being sus from Athena Athena at the start. I was like, what about Athena? The whole time I was like, what about Athena though? And I was right, it was her the whole time. Being suspicious of like everyone. That the only person who I was suspicious of that literally had nothing to do with this was Persephone. She was the only one. She's the only person out of like everyone who was suspicious that was literally like really had nothing to do with it. Didn't know anything. Was just upset that her girlfriend got murked, which is understandable. Everyone else, whatever. And yeah, it's like, I'm sorry I didn't feel bad if Freddy died. It's like, you came down there, you kept putting yourself into danger that you didn't have to be in. So it's like, what did you expect? What did you expect? It's like, why were you down there? And then all of a sudden, everyone was down there. It's like, okay, cool. Should have known better. She was the one with all the knowledge of like the Greeks and the gods and whatever. We should have known better. Also, like, Grace is the queen of Hades now. She can just go down there and still hang out with Freddy. I don't see what the problem is. She can go down there, hang out with Freddy, hang out with Calliope, and just vibe. Everything's totally fine. Clearly they're okay. Also, Orpheus just showed up for a little bit and he was gone. That was a sick song though. The best like song. That was like my favorite one was when they went down to like the River Styx and to Hades. That was fun. That was my favorite one out of like all the songs, I think. Oh, and Medusa's song was really good too. I was liking that. A little too much of like the over like singing in it. A little too much of that. Or I still really good, really strong. And oh my god, poor Medusa. She was like around for such a short time. Literally just like a super red herring. Like Pan was the first red herring. It was like very like, yeah, it's first red herring. And then the second one that was like, oh, we're gonna make you think it was Medusa, but it's like, no, it's clearly not Medusa. It's clearly not Medusa. Even though she tried to like, oh look, she tried to eat Grace. No, it's not Medusa. Anyway, I'm like, no. And it's like, I knew it wasn't gonna be Aphrodite. She is, you just like, what if it? No, it's not her. She had no reason to. At all. Also, Eros didn't have anything to do at all. Sounds like they didn't show up more in the story. It was mostly just like Apollo. It was Apollo mostly showed up for all of it because like I hit that flirt option one time because I didn't know what it was. Like I didn't know why it was a flirt option I wanted to see. Is that why? Because there are all the other ones I didn't choose it, and then I chose like the no option, the breakup option. But like, no, I was feeling it. And it's like, nah, let's have Grace do her own thing. Have Grace do her own thing. She can do battle by herself. And even I tried, and it still wasn't an option. She still did it with the power of friendship, no matter what. Maybe it wasn't no matter what. Maybe it's because I picked the charming option at the very beginning, so it was no matter what. Everyone's gonna hang out and help her. Who knows? That's a different playthrough, different universe type of thing. Also, yeah, Hermes also didn't have any motive to be guilty at all. Like, of course Hermes wasn't the one. They try to be like, but he, like, well, they were there on the scene. They was there on the scene. Like, immediately. It's like, no, they just know what happens when, like, the idols die. It's like, yeah, the idols, like, maybe when Apollo said, like, no, when, Athena was like, oh, the idols are all dying, and the idols needed to die, I was thinking, like, maybe they mean eidolons to get passed on, needed to stop. Because clearly the souls were different from the eidolons, because Calliope was fine. And again, it calls into question, wouldn't you be able to know if the other idols were dead or just missing from that? Like, wouldn't you be able to find them in Hades somewhere? Also, there are plenty of spirits down there, even though they said it was empty. There's plenty of spirits. They helped with the rock ballad. What do you mean it's empty? It didn't look empty at all. What the heck's that about? So many lies. All the lies. Constantly, forever. And then the game did glitch out a bit. Also, I wish you could just save during points of it. I don't know why they made the choice where you couldn't save. Because literally, if I needed to stop at a certain point in the story, I would just have to replay through that section when I started back up again. Not everyone can play till they get to an autosave. Just saying. But overall, I liked the game. It was a good game. It's like, oh, continue from Act 3. It'll probably continue me from, like, I don't even know, before the last fight. Who knows? Yeah, I don't like the decision to force people to just rely on the autosaves and not giving them a save option, because it's not, honestly, if people want to save scum, that's a their decision. That's a decision on them. You should allow people to do that, and also not everyone can just sit and just play through, like, till they get to the next section of the game or whatever. Or what if something breaks? There are multiple times where something broke. Like during the final song, I will cut it out, but during the final song, for some reason, the audio just cut out in the middle. And I had to just very, like, quickly escape from the song before I had a chance to, like, save or anything. And then restart back over to re-go through it without the audio cut. And like, yeah, what if something happens? And like the game just breaks and you need to replay a section. But then you can't do it because it's only autosaves. Also, I didn't know that you got locked into a trait. I thought it was gonna be like you have to choose. I'm going on forever, even past the credits. So I thought you had to choose what it was. Like the like dialogue as you went, and then what you were doing in the songs would determine if you had like enough points in whatever thing, like, to continue on. I thought she's like to use that dialogue. So if you didn't choose like all the red or like enough of the reds or enough of the greens or enough of the blues, you couldn't choose those options after a certain level in the story. But no, you're just hard locked in for like the entire like game. I'm like, that's a weird choice. Not sure I like that either. Because otherwise, and if, like, it probably would have been more okay with it if I had known from, like, the beginning. Maybe I missed something at the beginning of the game that stated that, but I didn't see anything that said that you were hard locked into those choices. After you picked the first one, I thought it was just explaining the general feel of each choice. And not being like you are hard locked into this trait from the very beginning. So that was a bit annoying. Otherwise I would have went with the like the kick-ass like red style from the beginning, because that's what most of the songs I picked was. Depending on the situation where it felt like it's like maybe not be like so accusatory for certain songs and situations. And then the Athena song, the Aphrodite song, that was super confusing. I still don't know if that broke or not, because I was choosing options and then nothing was happening. Like, there was no point where, like, Bryce started, like, singing, so I was like, is something wrong? Is it broken? Is this supposed to happen? I still don't know. I haven't, like, looked it up to see if anyone else played through that and dealt with the same situation, but it's whatever. Future playthroughs and all that, but yeah, that was it. I'm done with this game, and there's so many games coming out. Yeah, that was Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. I would like to see more games in this series, because they kind of alluded to that. Maybe a sequel, but I would prefer if it had all new characters, maybe do a whole new set of mythology, because there is a lot. And like just have like the Greek gods be like the introductory one, because they are like the most well known. So that'd be interesting. Yep, that's it. That's been Stray Gods. I've been Ariel. This is the end of the game. Thank you very much for sticking with it and watching. And have a beautiful rest of your day.